Hi, I'm Pete, and this is an Amazon.ca unboxing. Now, what I expect to find in here is the new flash unit I got for my Nikon D7100 camera. So I'm going to undo this box and kind of give you a little bit of background. First of all, this is my first time ordering something like this from Amazon. I checked the prices on Henry's, and when I checked the price on Henry's, this unit was $650, it was only $471 on Amazon. So that's quite a difference. Now I checked the price again today on Henry's, and they actually have it on sale, and the price is a little closer, but still, it's quite a difference. So here we go. And from what I can tell, there's no risk that this would be a knockoff or a gray market or anything like that. This is a Canadian product with a Canadian warranty. And if it turns out to not be the case, then Amazon is the one that's selling it. So there you go. That's everything in the box. Whoops. Yeah, so Amazon will stand behind it anyway. Okay, whoop, sorry about that. So here's what I got. So I got my SB-910 flash. I got the remote SC29, the remote cord, so I can do some photography with a bracket. And then I got the Eneloop Pro batteries. I got just the 4 for now. And what I'm going to do is just decide whether I need to get another set of batteries, or whether I should get another set of 4 batteries and a charger. So I'll make that decision afterwards. So this whole thing only took 5 days to get to me, which is just phenomenal. I'm nowhere close to a big city here, so I'm really impressed with the speed that Amazon got this to me. So there we go. This is exactly what I was expecting to get. This is the SB-910 Speedlight. It is certainly Nikon's top-of-the-line flash, and I'm a techno guy. I'm a gadget guy. So if I'm gonna get something like that, I'm gonna get get the most versatile one. So that was my thinking anyway. And okay, so yeah, so this it says here Nikon Canada right on there, so I have no concerns at all that this is anything but a Canadian product. And that gives me the manuals. Of course, as a techno guy, I already downloaded the manual. I'm still going to keep the paper manual. It's sort of nice to read through. I get the French version if I want. And but really, once I have the manual down, then I'll just keep a PDF copy of it on my iPad or my phone. Alright, well, let's just get into this. Now, I had read that it comes with a case, and the case seems to be pretty decent, so I didn't get a case. I didn't get an extra case. Okay, so there's the box. Now, I don't normally keep boxes for things, but I'll just keep that box around just for a short period of time, just in case I need to send it back. It's probably very unlikely. Okay, and basically don't put it over your head, so that's good advice anyway. Alright, so this is a nice little package that they give you. Nice compact little case. This is a nylon material. Whoop, slippery nylon material. Looks like it has a strap loop. I'm not sure that's really a belt loop. I'm not really sure what I would use that for. I'd somehow put it on a strap. I don't know. I would carry this in a backpack if I was taking it somewhere with me. Alright, well, let's see what I got. Now, okay, there's the flash unit right here. And, okay, so there it is. Wow. Speedlight, SB-910. Okay, just going to keep a good grip on this because it's kind of slippery inside the package. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to throw that aside. So there's what you get. Yeah. And a lot of controls to it, a lot of things to learn about it. I've been reading up a little bit, mostly just on the use of flash in general. And I do actually have an ebook on my Kindle app for it's about the Nikon creative lighting system. That's the main reason I went with the Nikon rather than one of the well-known third-party flashes. I just wanted to stick with Nikon, and I was willing to pay the extra money. So I guess this is a stand for it that you can use to set it on something and then remotely trigger it. And I'm not sure if it attaches. I think it may attach to a tripod as well with that screw. I'll have to look at that. Okay, I guess I better remember how everything was packed here. And then it comes with a diffuser and then a couple of gels. I'm just going to leave those in a wrappers, but that's the diffuser. And then a couple of gels to, I guess, for different lighting conditions. And I am kind of curious to know if these will solve problems that you can't solve in post-processing. Anyway, that's kind of cool. So, oops, okay, well, already I'm going to have to go and look back on the video to see how these were packed in there. I don't really know. Okay, so that's the case. So just enough room for the flash itself. There's no real extra room for like batteries or anything like. All right, so that's the flash unit, and yeah, I'm not really sure where I would get going here. I guess what I would do is just put the batteries in and then see if I can test it out on my camera. So I guess I'll give that a go. Just before I do that, I'll just take a look at the this is the SC-29. Now I'm gonna be perfectly honest here. I was looking for a remote cord, a TTL remote cord, so that I could attach the flash to a bracket, or maybe just set it off to the side a little bit, hand hold it with one hand up. And I didn't realize there's the SC-29 and the SC-28. So this actually has a it has an extra sensor on it anyway, basically, from my understanding. So I'm glad I got this one, but yeah, I thought I had done my research, but maybe not. So there's the SC-29. Now, one of the things that yeah, this is the sensor, and if you're trying to get brackets for this SB-910 and you want to use this cord, apparently you need an adapter for pretty much every bracket. It has something to do with the size of the attachment anyway. So that's it. So you got to make sure that the bracket you're getting will fit this cord, or maybe they have an adapter that you need to use. So this is just a nice coily cord. I don't know how long it is, and it just allows you to use the flash. Not quite sure how I think this part here. Oh yes, and then you attach that to the flash somewhere else. Okay, so, and it has its own manual, so that's being a technical guy, it's kind of nice to have a nice manual, even with something as simple as a cord. So I'm happy with that. And then finally, the Eneloop batteries. So I got the 4-pack. My idea was, depending on if I need another set of batteries, I'd probably just order another charger as well with the 4 batteries. It's sold as a kit, so that way, if I want to if I'm outdoors all day and I come back, I can put both chargers on, 2 sets of batteries, and boom, I'm done. I don't have to wait 7 hours for one set and then come back and then refill the charger for another set. That was my thinking anyway. But I'm going to find out how quickly these charge and just how quickly they're, if I can maybe charge them a little faster. Well, that's interesting. It's like finding a four-leaf clover. I had 2 blister covers. Kind of funny. All right. So now the reason I went with the Pros is that these have a much higher current capacity to 2550 milliamp hours rather than the 2000 or 1900, the regular ones. And from my understanding anyway, the flash will recharge much faster if you have these more capable batteries. And I just destroyed the packaging anyway. So now I'm hoping that these will also charge other types of batteries. From what I understand, that charger will. I'm gonna check the manual though, because I have some other AA batteries, and I don't know where the charger is for them in one of my many moves. There you go. All right, I'm just gonna hang on to this box. I don't think it really says anything. One interesting thing, it says use with Panasonic chargers, so you definitely, you know, they want you to use, I guess, their brand. And it says don't disassemble, don't, okay, there's a whole bunch of, don't swallow. This is probably the biggest one. Don't swallow the batteries. It's pretty common sense. It really can't be good for you. And it says here that they're pre-charged, so that means in theory anyway, I can just take these out and I can just put them right in the flash. Now, one of the things I read about online, and this is going back a while, so I'm gonna guess that Panasonic has fixed this, but because this is both a AA and a AAA charger, some people had noticed some wrapper damage on the batteries, usually from the AAA part of the charger, but I don't see anything sharp. Definitely don't see anything sharp, and I don't see any wrapper damage. But it's just one of those things where you read about it online, and it's a bit of a, it's good and bad, isn't it? It's good because you can be sort of alerted to any issues. Oh, okay, so they had a little insulator keeping them from making contact in there. That's a good thing. Yeah, so it's a sort of a double-edged thing where you know what might be wrong with something, but then you're maybe hypercritical when you're looking at stuff. So there we go. Okay, don't see anything amiss here. All right, well, in theory anyway, these batteries should just be able to just go right in my flash, and then I can take some sample photos. So let me just I'm just gonna go away and figure out how to put the batteries in and get everything set up, and I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. Yeah, I really should have read the instructions beforehand. Okay, so that looks good. Okay, turn the camera on, turn the flash on. Alright, there we go. So this is, whoa, okay, this is what it looks like on the camera. And let's just see if I can just take a picture here. It's on standby right now. Okay, it just came out of standby. And I just try to take some pictures here. Whoa. Oh. Okay, yeah. So, wow. So there's what it looks like, and I just put it on. I didn't change anything. I didn't change any modes. And yet it's already taken pictures, and it actually takes some fairly decent pictures just in the default setting. So that is really cool. Well, that's it for my my unboxing. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this for a little while, and I'll go away and I'll come back and give you my my follow-up impressions and some sample photos. Well, I'm back. It's been a few days since I got my Nikon Speedlight SB-910, and I've had a chance to get to know it and use it a little bit, and my initial impressions are I'm really glad that I got this. I'm really happy with it. I was concerned that it had so many controls and so many features that it would be difficult to learn how to use it, but really just using the unit was a simple matter of putting it on a camera, turning it on, and I was able to take flash photos straight away. And since then, I've gotten into some of the more more complicated parts of it just by going on YouTube and watching some videos, reading some blog posts, and Nikon actually also has some good information out there. So and it's really not been that difficult. Now, of course, I'm just getting started with it, but I'm really glad I got this unit. Now, in the unboxing, I was pretty eager and really wanted to get going, and there were a couple things that I kind of didn't really know. So let me just go back a little bit. I got the SC29 remote cable here to be able to put the flash either on a table or a stand or something, or on a flash extender, which is really what I intend to do. And I knew that this was a sensor in the cable, but I just didn't know what it did. And this is the AF assist illuminator. That's what this is. And so it replaces the AF assist illuminator that's on the camera. So this part stays on the camera, and it can give a proper reading from the camera's point of view. And then that information is relayed to the flash. So that's what that does. So I wasn't really sure, and now I got that straight. The other thing is, I said that the case, I couldn't see a place for batteries, but I didn't look very carefully. And indeed, there's a little pocket up top here, which would probably be perfect for as many batteries as you'd like to stick in. There is probably some room in here as well. So that was the case. So I'm very impressed with that. Yeah, so I've had a chance to do a bit of photography with the flash. My skill level is really kind of not super great yet. I'm still learning how to use it, but I've taken some decent photos with it. I've been able to take photos not just with the Nikon lenses, which you'd sort of expect that it would be compatible, but I've had no trouble at all taking photos with my Tamron 150-600. Now, there was one setting I had to adjust, and that is something that most photographers call high-speed sync. Nikon actually calls it auto FP, high-speed sync, which is auto focal plane. And what that is just a mode that allows you to synchronize the flash when your shutter speed is over a certain value. Now, on the Nikons, it's 300 and something. I guess I probably should have written that down. Anyway, it's 300 and something. In fact, they tell you that, I saw one place online where they said to maybe pick the next lower setting for your high-speed sync when you're setting it in the Nikon, just because sometimes the camera just still can't quite keep up at that higher shutter speed. Anyway, if you want to go above that, the 250 in the Nikon, you have to enable this a auto FP high speed sync, and then that allows you to go up to whatever shutter speed you want. And for a big wildlife lens like that, when you're taking pictures of little birds, really, I tried it at 200 at 250, and I was getting blurry photos of the birds. They just move so fast at 600 millimeters. It's just very hard to get pictures. You're using shutter speeds up around 1,000 or 1,250. But once you enable that auto FP high speed sync on the Nikon, and there's a really good article on Nikon's website about that. It explains why you need to do it and what the what the pluses and minuses are. The minuses are basically you're going to use more battery power. It just uses up quite a bit more battery power. But I think nowadays with modern batteries, that's probably not even a factor. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some before and after photos of squirrels, both without flash and with flash. And do keep in mind, well, here's one from a few weeks ago, no flash. Now keep in mind, these are shots being taken in daylight. They don't hurt the squirrel in any way. This is not your old-fashioned flash gun that leaves the poor creature seeing stars. They don't even notice, and if they did, they'd run away and I wouldn't be getting photos of them. So this is an older photo that was taken without flash. It's not bad, but it was f8, 1/1000th of a second. That's the best I could do. These are all 3200 ISO. That's what I've set the max for my camera. So now the second one, I really like the expression on his face. This is also without flash. but the lighting was uneven, and so I had to do a bit of work on in post-processing just to get it to look like that, which, you know, it would normally be a throwaway photo except for the expression. Now there I was using f7.1 at 1/1000th of a second. So really all I can do is get the face. I can't get the body. I can't really get any background. Just in order to get enough light without the flash, that was the best I could do. So now here's a photo I took just recently with the flash. Similar kind of pose, same squirrel. There's a lot more texture and detail. It's evenly lit. Now this was f8 at 1/1600th of a second, so I was able to increase the shutter speed, and so, you know, get better freeze of motion, both my motion and the squirrel's motion. But this really just hints at what I can do with this flash. Now that I have that creative option, I could try smaller apertures to get more depth of field, because all these photos, it's just his face and you really can't see the body. So yeah, I can get greater depth of field, and I can do you know, other creative things with it. I'll leave you with just one last photo. This is a squirrel sleeping on a branch here, and as you can see, the squirrel doesn't react at all to the flash. He's just snoozing, and he actually got up when he saw me. Of course, he's always curious about me, and you saw that from the last couple of photos. So what you don't see here then, in the future, the before and afters, there'll only be afters. There'll be a type of photo that I just can't take without the flash, and really that's what I was going for in getting the flash unit. Well, that's it for my unboxing and initial impressions of the Nikon Speedlight SB-910. I'm really happy I got this unit. It's going to be helping me push my creative boundaries for years to come, and really that's why I enjoy photography so much. There's always something new to learn and try out, and it really doesn't have to be very costly either. Now I'm happy with the Amazon.ca service. They really processed my order very quickly, got it to me quickly, and the price is just phenomenal. Really, it made it possible for me to get this. And yeah, that's it. I'll leave you with a couple more photos. One, I just took the back of the camera here. There you go. So there you go, a selfie with a DSLR. And no, seriously, here's a photo I took in my backyard, and it's of a chipmunk that likes to hang around, and it was checking out a puzzle. I was out there taking a picture of a puzzle in the afternoon sunlight, and it decided to come and see what I was up to. So as always, I appreciate any comments or questions or suggestions you want to leave. Leave me some feedback. I look forward to reading your comments. And yeah, well, that's it for me. Until next time, thanks for watching.